We're joined today by head volleyball coach Scott Swanson and senior outside hitter Dessaa Legros. And Coach, we'll start with you. And there was a big event over the weekend with the Garnet and Black scrimmage, a really important moment for the staff to kind of get a feel for all the newcomers, how they were going to mix in with the veterans, and coming away from that match on Sunday, how do you feel about the team now? Does it kind of change anything that you had as far as expectations go, or kind of sum up your feelings from Sunday?
I thought it was important for us to play in front of a crowd, first of all. We have 4 or 5 players who haven't really had that experience in our gym, and so we started off kind of with even teams, experience mixed with youth, and it was a little bit rocky at times just because we hadn't really practiced those lineups very much. But I thought, it was competitive. And as we moved along into the third and fourth sets, we were much more efficient. We made fewer errors. Our communication got better. Our confidence, maybe the jitters, we worked those out a little bit. And it ended great. I felt like the fourth set was really high quality, and we had kind of gained some confidence up until that point. So it was important for us to see who was doing what, and how we moved together on the court. It gave us some really good ideas as to what we needed to work on this week for practice. So we've been doing a good job at ironing more things out this week.
And Dessaa, from your point of view, what did you take away? I mean, you got to be set by Aubrey, by Courtney Kaler, kind of a new setter, a new point of contact, kind of a new, kind of person to learn how to hit from. From your point of view as a senior, what were your takeaways from Sunday?
I would say definitely throughout my entire 4 years, it's been really just working on consistency. So no matter who's setting me, I still do the same thing every single time. And I mean, these past few practices, even throughout preseason, both setters, Aubrey and I and Courtney and I, we've connected pretty well after like the first couple of days. So it was just now just working on just like remaining consistent throughout the rest of the year and then make magic happen.
I mean, you've got a lot of potential coming this year, just personally. I mean, last year, I think some numbers you tripled, the amount of kills, the amount of digs, just all around you became an entirely different player. What was the key to last year's kind of breakout season, and what did you, try to build on over the summer to go to even the next level?
Last year was kind of like the first year I wasn't really that hurt. So I actually had stuff I could push through. I wasn't kind of like too hurt to where I had to take breaks, and I really dialed it in. I had 2 years under my belt, and I just really just focused on what the coach was saying, and I just learned how I'm going to play my game and how it's going to work for the team. And this summer I just built upon just the athleticism that I already bring to the table, and now just toning in and just remaining consistent and being like another stabilizer that we need on the court.
And talk about the practice that you've had this week, coming out of the scrimmage, knowing the things you need to tweak both as a player and as a team. What has the practices been like this week? You have your last practice today before you head out to Charleston. So talk about kind of the atmosphere this week, getting ready for that first match.
Definitely after watching film from this weekend, they really harped on just watching yourself. And after doing that and then coming in on practice on Tuesday, it was kind of like a different air in the gym. We had one of our best practices, and it was just really just consistently getting better each and every day. We worked on defense and, different attacks, and it just felt like we were putting the pieces together. It's like we're working our way to where we need to be, and it just felt great. I don't know, it's like when you learn something new and you get it, it's starting to click, so it's exciting to see.
And Coach, I know that you can only say so much about a team, the teams you're going to face this weekend. It's the opening season for everyone. I mean, this is the first weekend to kind of see what you've got and see what the other teams have, but just in a South Carolina only kind of way, what are you looking forward to this weekend? What do you want to see? What are some things that you want to see just this first weekend when they're kind of hitting the ground running?
I'm honestly looking for a confident swagger. No matter who we play, we have a lot of talented people on the court. We have a lot of good depth. We have a lot of experience, but we also have some young players who can really play and help us right now. So I feel like physically we have the pieces to be very good this year. And what I've seen the last couple days mentally and confidence-wise, we have those pieces to be very good this year. So it's a matter of when we step on someone else's court or we step on our court, believing that hey, we can do what we did all week in practice right now as we're playing. And I think the best teams have that confidence to do it under pressure, whether you're on TV, whether you're in front of a rowdy visiting crowd, whatever it is. I kind of feel like our experience, our seniors, are going to help us through those moments and bring that consistency and that high level every time we play. And if we do that, the sky's the limit for us. We're going to be pretty good.
And with the seniors you have coming back, the returners you have coming back in general, and then adding in those 6 newcomers, it seems like you have almost too much talent to put just 6 players on the court at any one time. So it seems like the physicality is there, the athleticism is there, but has there been kind of a concerted effort by the staff to kind of work on that mental edge in the preseason to kind of, get that confidence up to where it needs to be, to the level of athleticism you have?
Yeah, I would say it's the best problem I've ever had since I've been here. We have a lot of improved players that are knocking on the door for time on the court, and if we have somebody that's struggling or somebody that's a little sore, maybe their knees are hurting a little bit, we can put somebody new in that spot and still play at a very high level. So I really feel like having those options are huge for us. We have not had that in the past, and I believe it will take us much further this year. But I couldn't be happier with the amount of depth that we have and the buy-in, because it is hard. Everybody's working extremely hard, and not everyone gets to play on the first team in practice every day. But the fact that they do work so hard on the second team to make the first team and the entire team great is that buy-in that we so long for and so appreciate. We have so many great bought-in, team-minded players. That's why we are where we are right now, feeling really good about what's going on and about this year. So it's a very good problem.
That sounds good. And Dessaa, we'll finish up with you. And you're part of a really strong group of seniors, good senior leadership. Talking to that mental aspect and the whole idea of coming in with confidence and playing, mentally to the way that you are physically. Is that something that you as a senior group have tried to kind of enforce and lay the foundation? Because for a program that's really on the upcoming rise, it's tough when there's really no foundation of we've been there before, let's do it. So is that something that you as seniors have kind of taken on to kind of grow this year?
Yeah, definitely, especially since we've been together throughout these whole 4 years. We know individually what we don't want to do and what we do need to do to get there. And we've established this summer when the freshmen came in that when we get in the gym, it's completely business. This is the way we practice, the way we want to play. And every day, especially this past week, we've strived it's challenging, and that's what we need, a challenge in order to get better. And that's what we want to continue to do as a group. And when an individual is down, we just try and just get them back up and just know you don't need to harp on that, just keep continuing to get better, because one person, we don't want it to be a domino effect, and we want to bring each other up.
Well, I can speak for all of Gamecock Nation when I say we're really excited to see you guys playing a different team this weekend. You got College of Charleston Friday night, and then you have UT Martin and Binghamton on Saturday. So, Coach Dessaa, thanks for your time. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.